His knowledge of all things manufacturing is unbelievable. His passion for growing the workforce is undeniable. His story is inspiring. Drew Crowe is a force of nature and a host on the Creators Lounge.
Please welcome to the Creators Lounge, HARTING.
Oh yeah, what's up, IMTS, we are back. We're at the Creators Lounge, and I have the amazing Goda from HARTING with me today, and we're going to be talking about doing some connecting. Is that right?
That's right. That was the most amazing intro there.
Hey, you know what? They said I got the energy. I'm definitely going to bring it. And for you, I mean, you're bright. Your shoes are bright. You're looking amazing. I had to bring it up to par to how you came. You know, it was no half-stepping. But first of all, we want to talk about you. We want to get into, you know, how you got into manufacturing, how you found, you know, this career, and then we'll talk about HARTING and how you got into HARTING and what you're doing there. But let's talk about you first.
Sure, yeah. My background's in electrical engineering. That was just kind of, you know, I didn't really have a plan, but I said, okay, I liked engineering, I like math, we'll go into that. You know, from there, I didn't really know which direction I'll go, but it really just came down to the internship that said yes to me, and here I am, you know, in the manufacturing space, going to IMTS. I had my internship at HARTING, and I've just loved it ever since, so stayed here, and I've got to experience a lot of different shows, IMTS being, you know, one of the best ones for sure, and just, you know, seeing a lot of great companies doing a lot of amazing things.
And connecting, right? So that's one of the things that brought you here is, you know, HARTING is the leader in connectors. But before, you know, you were selling connectors, working with connectors, they worked with you. And one of the big things that we talk about with this big workforce crisis is having internship programs, reaching out to the next workforce, being visible. Because a lot of times, you know, when you're going through your program or you're skilling up, we don't know what we want to do because we don't know everything that's out there. How much did you know about connectors before HARTING's internship? And was it them finding you that made you say, you know what, I've got some loyalty to this company? Or, you know, like you said, was it just the first one and it felt good?
Yeah, admittedly, I knew very little about connectors, industrial connectors. I mean, I truly was thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, well, how many connectors could there be, right? Your wall outlet, you know, your RJ45, your USB for your laptop, what else is in there? And, you know, after joining HARTING, I was like, wow, there's a whole industry around this, right? And I would have never known that if I didn't, you know, stumble upon the internship there. So I think there's a lot of opportunity to really get a next generation into manufacturing, because again, you start off having this engineering career, and I think a lot of people have this very maybe perhaps narrow but mentality about what engineering is. Like, I'm going to be doing schematics, which is very great if you're interested in that, but there's so much more there, right?
Yes.
Look at this massive facility, this show right now, and a lot of opportunities in each and every one of these areas.
And let's talk about that opportunity, because you talked about being an intern, but now you're here at the biggest global manufacturing technology show around. And you are not only just here, but you're here as an expert, and you're here on this couch. What was that pathway like for you? There had to be some mentors involved, and maybe some opportunity through work, maybe that helped you scale up and believe that this could be something that you could do.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy to look back at, again, who I was, you know, at university versus sort of where we are now. And I mean, it's really all attributed to like the amazing people that are at HARTING, and really helped me with my career. Again, because I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do, but those were the mentors there, the great leadership there that helped me, really figure out what I wanted to do. And gosh, I hope that a lot of people have those types of people in their lives, because I mean, without that, I mean, I think I wouldn't know what I'm doing, right? And it would be a lot different.
I love that. And we are about to get a quick word from our sponsors. So hold that thought. And when we get back, we're going to get more into that story and more about connectors and your pathway right after this.
Welcome to The World According to. Join me, Peter Eelman, and Travis Egan of AMT while we travel across the U.S. and talk with leaders of the manufacturing technology industry. Meet these renowned visionaries in personal, up-close settings. Hear how their passion for manufacturing took root and has continued to fuel the ideas that shape our industry today and tomorrow. Watch now and hear how these leaders answer the question, The World According to, only on IMTS Plus.
So we're back right now, and we left off on connectors, and you not really having an idea of where you wanted to take your industry, your engineering career, and then HARTING coming with that internship and that support, and now you're here. But I want to take a step back because there's a lot of people watching right now that were the younger you, right? I actually just saw my daughter outside of here, and she might want to be, the next you, right? So for that young girl, for the young you that's here, tell me a little bit about what you do, what are connectors, and how that's helping shape manufacturing.
Yeah, so as you say, right, so as a company, we manufacture industrial connectors, right, and essentially it is a component in a lot of the manufacturing equipment that you see and a lot that people don't see, but it's, the things that the machines that create the products that you use day to day. And so it's a really wide range of different products, but again, at the end of the day, it's a connector. And so, what I do, I started off as being an applications engineer, so I was really involved in talking with customers and understanding the applications, which was really fun. And it showed me a whole different world of different projects and different machines, and now I moved into the product management realm where I could really see sort of the next steps that are being taken for new product developments and sort of the next generation of equipment and requirements, and so that's really fun to be kind of at the edge of that technology and being involved with those customers to solve their problems.
100%, and you all are at the edge, but I think you guys are definitely at the beginning as well, right? So this is something that a manufacturer is going to want to have when they're taking the machines into their shop. They're going to already want to have the ability and the resources to have a HARTING connector in there so they can start having connected workforce, connected machines, and they can start moving into what we're calling Industry 4.0. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Connectivity enables just a significant amount of efficiency, right? That's what it comes down to cost and efficiencies. And a lot of machines are getting more and more complex, right? We're moving forward, and that means just a lot more devices, a lot more wires, a lot more cabling, and connectivity enables you to kind of streamline the assembly of that, future-proofing, or any sort of retrofitting that's needed to be done. So it really kind of ties into helping move us forward to that industry, that next generation.
In the light of moving forward and doing my research, I see that there are other countries that are quicker to adapt this technology, right? And it's almost like second nature to the European markets and stuff like that. What can we do here in the United States, and what are you all doing to get more people connected over here and to get us up to speed?
Yeah, and I guess as we talk about connectorization, it's important to talk about, what's the alternative, right? And the alternative is hardwiring, right? So that means it takes a longer time. You have to connect every wire individually. So again, immense inefficiencies. And you're right, regionally there are differences place to place in terms of adoption. Here in the U.S., we really pride ourselves on being very quick to market. Right, we love the 2-day shipping, right, and of that sort of thing, and it's translated to the manufacturing space, and you want everything quick and fast. And sometimes when you're designing connectivity, and you have to think forward a little bit, right, and you have to think about the future, and so a lot of manufacturers are absolutely doing that, but I think we also are fighting against that sort of that rapidness of design, and I think that's probably the main difference there.
I love it. And we're not stopping here. We're going to take another quick break. But when we get back from this quick break, we're going to talk about that customer journey. And we're also going to talk about how you all are educating people right there at the shop level so they can have a good idea of what they're doing, how to do it, and how to continue doing it better. All right? We'll be back.
You are watching The Creators Lounge. Gain insights as our hosts talk to expert guests about key industry topics. Come see the action live on the trade show floor. Visit booth 338 600. See you at The Creators Lounge.
And we are back with the best interview of Monday at IMTS that y'all have heard. Not officially, but I'm calling it right now. And as we talked about it before break, we talked about the additional support, right? Not everybody knows about connectors. Not everybody knows, what a connector is going to do, how it's going to help their shop, or even sometimes with a lot of technology that is emerging or that is around, there are shops that rush into things and they buy them or they upgrade to them and they don't know what they're doing. But HARTING has education and they have support. They're not just leaving customers alone. Can we talk about some of that support and how we're educating customers on this journey of how they can have better processes and what these connectors will do for their shops?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first step is certainly to want to do it, right? But our job, among many things, however, is to educate, right, and make it as accessible as possible. So, whether it's us being here at IMTS or really investing a lot in our website and various educational videos. I've been in some. I have a lot of colleagues that are in these videos, especially during COVID times. It was very, very digital. So we have a lot of resources, online, and a lot of investments that we've made just in our website to digitize things. And although we have that in-person human support, we know a lot of people, especially engineers, are do-it-yourselfers, right? And so we have a lot of those tools that enable that.
Outside of the educational content, you said it yourself, part of your journey was an applications engineer, right? So you all are taking people from interns to actually putting them in a position where they can look at something that's going on in the shop and say, hey, this is what we offer that's going to help you do better and be better as a manufacturer. Can we talk about that support and that education that you all's apps engineers are getting so then they get to pass that on to the clients at the shop floor level?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, our application engineers are so well versed in the HARTING product. I mean, there's tens of thousands of part numbers and parts that we have, and they really know each and every one of them. In fact, have some of them memorized, right? So they're very well versed, and they're well versed in kind of understanding everyone's needs and applications. And connectorization means different things to different people, right? Sometimes it's efficiencies in testing, sometimes it's to enable modularity, and they really can go to that customer and kind of understand what they're looking for, and that really sometimes changes the type of connector that they need to use. customers. But yeah, they're very well versed in supporting in that way.
Now, let me ask this, too, because there's, when we look around IMTS and as we're sitting on this couch and people are looking at us, they come from all different walks of life, all different types of shops, all different sizes of shops, all different needs. So if I'm a shop, do I have to say, you know, we've got to get connectors for every single machine in here right now, or can I identify certain processes that maybe I can start with, and then with the help of the team, of you all, we can start building more and doing more in the shop? Does it have to be an elephant that I eat the whole thing at one time, or can I take bites out of this thing?
Yeah, connectorize everything. That's what.
Okay.
No, I'm just. No. Certainly everything. You know, it's a process, right? Just as many things in the manufacturing field. And certainly you don't have to overhaul everything all at once. But you know, you identify the main pain point, or perhaps where you could see the biggest ROI, and certainly start there. Again, we've done audits with our application engineering teams. They go to a manufacturing floor and they audit it. In a sense, they take a look and see where, you know, there could be improvements and where equipment could be connectorized, and so they do that as well. But yeah, certainly you don't have to overhaul everything all at once. You can certainly take it piecemeal and really start seeing the value in it bit by bit.
That makes sense. And you know, for me, I used to sell live tooling for machine tools, and I found that most of our customers, when they're buying their machine, they want that capability. So all of the things that they need are there when it hits their shop floor, and they can get to go and get to running. I feel like that would probably be the ideal situation here as well. Have you had luck with OEMs, and have you been able to tie in with them to help them understand that this is something that should happen at that phase, so by the time the customer needs it, they've already got it and we're already building it off to the races?
Oh, it's imperative that OEMs have connectorize their equipment. That's really where the main value is, because you know, plug and play is our motto for connectorization, and you want whoever is purchasing this equipment, whoever is servicing it, to not have to worry about the hardwiring of it all, right? You just plug it in and it works, or you know, you need to service it, you quickly disconnect it. You don't need to open any cabinet, you know, and really troubleshoot in that sort of way. So no, it's imperative for the OEM equipment to have connectors on it, and we're seeing a really big shift that's really the trend, and yeah, a lot of their customers are looking for that.
100%. And if you are a customer, if you are shopping right here at IMTS for machines, ask the OEM, ask the machine tool builder to have that in there for you. You might not even know that this is something that you can demand. So ask them right now, you know, if you're in there, that they can put a HARTING connector in there for you. And, you know, I think we're going to wrap with this, but let HARTING do the hard part. Like, let them do the hard part. Let them get you connected. Let them get your shop wired up. Goda, anything from you?
No, that's it. That's our job. That's our job and what we should do. So, yeah, no, don't hesitate.
And look at this. She's ready to help. The whole team's ready to help. Let HARTING help. Let HARTING do the hard part. And we're going to drop the mic right there. Thank you so much.